Welcome, family, to another episode of the Midnight Moods podcast. I'm Coco the Conscious, aka Mr. Moods. I was like, this is Conscious Conversations, real talk with real ones. My real one for today is my brother, the legend. Come on, man, I have to. The lion, Jalion. Music producer, engineer, artist, father, and my brother, Aslan. Let's go.
Thanks, bro.
Bro, you like that setup?
I
Loved it.
Yes,
Yes,
I loved it.
bro.
Bro.
Thank you, first
You're
of all.
such a good showman, man.
I appreciate-
Entertainer. Mr. Moods.
Oh, bro.
You are Mr. Moods.
Oh, bro. Stop. Oh, man. I was just making me laugh, like, just before this, so I got to get myself together, bro. Nah, thank you, man. Thank you for being here. Mr.
Thank
Moods.
you for inviting me.
I wouldn't even be Mr. Moods if you didn't make Mr. Moods. You know what I mean?
You made it.
Bro,
I made it happen, but that's yours.
Nah, I appreciate you, bro. This is the man, you know what I mean, the myth, the legend, the lion that's been doing all my music, you know what I mean, all my songs, mixes, masters, and produces the beats, you know what I mean? If you've heard Rise or Anasazi, Rise is on the new album. That's Aslan right here. That's all Aslan. The whole album, mixed and mastered. He's a wizard, I like to say. But bro,
Age of Aquarius.
the age of, let's go. We've been waiting for this one.
I am still listening to your album.
Hey,
it
bro.
does not.
Bro, I appreciate
It
it,
did not
bro.
pull me at all, man.
Hey,
it's
and-
such a good album. I love it.
I appreciate you, bro. We're a bit biased, but then again, if I was on saying it, because he listens to it because you have to listen to it over and over and over again to make sure the sound's right. If you're not over it yet, then I'm doing something right. I'm doing something right.
I listen to all your songs more than you, for sure.
Yeah, facts.
And bro, seriously, it's just I just don't mind reminding it
Nah, I
back up
appreciate you,
and
bro.
hear it all over and over again.
Nah, you're a legend. Nah, I appreciate you, bro. It is. We did something amazing. We did. This is the beginning of something amazing.
It is.
Oh man, but this ain't about me tonight. This is about my guy Aslan, bro. Every time me and Aslan are talking, he always tell me a little story here or there, and I'm like, bro, like how many lives have you lived, bro? Like what is happening? I need to hear more of these stories. And then, man, the podcast came along, and I'm like, bro, you know who would be perfect? Because when I first thought of doing a podcast, you were like the first name that I put on there. Because I'm like, obviously,
I remember when you told me.
when I was thinking about it, right? And I'm just like, who are the interesting people that like have stories or something to say? And I'm like, this Aslan. Because every time we talk, he'll tell me something. I'm like, what? What? So many lives. So we're gonna dive into some of them, if that's all right.
Oh, I'm down.
Bro, before
Absolutely.
we get into it, I want to talk about what when your child made you fall in love with music, because that's a big part of your life, right? And big part of like how you got to like why you know everything about you. Do you know what I mean? What was it?
Music has been dude. All right, so
Here we go.
I was kind of forced into music.
Mm.
And say it like that, maybe it comes out like, oh, it's a bad thing. Of course, I'm grateful. I was forced to be into music because basically, well, my dad, he spent most of his probably since he was a teenager, on the road. He's a musician. He's a piano player. He's a jazz player.
Oh damn!
But he started playing piano when he was 5 years old. And till today, he practiced every day. He never stopped.
So today, right? Like he's still going at it.
Well, yeah, that's his job. Like
Wow.
he tunes piano. He's like a really old school musician. So he tunes piano with his ear, and he gives music lessons. He sings. He does shows. He does a little bit of everything.
Damn, bro.
So yeah, that's my dad. But he wasn't around much when I was little, not because, like, first of all, he was on the road. Then my parents separated when I was 2, so I was back and forth, and mostly I was living with my mom because when you're little, you need the mom.
You need
more
mommy,
than
of
dad.
course. Yeah. No, I know what
So I would see my dad like only on the weekends.
Yeah.
But and so I didn't get like the really like how do you say like the classical part of the music that my dad was into, because he was classical, conservatory.
Yeah.
He did like all his education in music was really, really high level. I didn't get any of that, but my mom, she was the most beautiful music listener I've ever met in my life.
Wow. Yeah.
And like, she could not live 1 second of her life without having music around her. She needed that. That was her getaway. Because my dad's Italian, but my mom's American. And my mom was she was 18 years old when she left America because she hated it. She just hated America. She hated the fact that their politics, their everything. She didn't like it. So she just ran away from America.
I respect that heavy. Yeah.
It happened a lot back in the days, but like, you had to be a little bit open-minded.
Yeah.
And she met my dad in Italy. So, but the thing is that my mom was always looking for a new place to live, because she would get bored very easy of something, and she needed that extra excitement, and nothing that she did was not around music. So I had music in my head since I was growing up. I don't know, I can't picture my life without music. And it just, my stepdad, which I consider actually my second dad. He's a very good friend of my dad's as well. So,
oh wow!
It's like having two dads.
Yeah.
And he's a blues man, so he sang and he played the harmonica as well. So he was in band as well. So I followed my dad. He was like when I was on my school holidays, I would go with him, and I would go with him on gigs. He did a lot of weddings as well. Yeah. That was so painful, man. Oh. You don't want to do first of all, Italians weddings if you don't know, Italian weddings are,
it's a whole different breed.
No, man, it's offensive to say it's worse than a concentration camp, because that's very bad. But it's painful.
Yeah.
When you get invited to a wedding in Italy, first of all, if you're the best man, you just gotta pray that you find a way to get through it, because the best man on weddings in America, in Italy, you have to buy the ring. If you're the best man, you buy the rings for the wedding rings, not the proposal ring, of course, like just the
okay,
rings.
yeah.
And that's for the best man. That's the traditional. It doesn't happen much nowadays, but back in the days it used to be like that.
That was the role for the best man.
Oh man, but the weddings, they last way too long. Seriously, you start eating from like, just when you finish church, which is like 11ish, you start eating, and you finish like at midnight. It's just about food, and there's dancing, and there's food, wine, food.
Sounds like my type of...
And there is a lot of like little traditional steps that everybody needs to do. Yeah. They're painful. It's like you got to prepare like a week before when you go to an Italian wedding. They're awesome. Like
it's an event. Like
oh man, they put so much passion in it. And my dad used to be like they always have like a singer, a little band, like for tradition. Every wedding has the band. And my dad used to do that job, and I used to follow him. But he used to have like 2-3 weddings a week.
Oh, so you'd be going.
And I didn't even know what I was doing there. I was little, and I had to wait for him, stand behind him. I just get some free food.
I was gonna say.
And just wait. I knew every speech.
Wow.
I already knew what was gonna happen. They were all the same. It was like I was like, okay, this is not good for a kid. I'm never gonna get married. I never want to have
put you off
something
marriage.
like that.
You're like, hell no.
Too much effort.
Yeah.
But so I used to follow my dad with that,
and
so I knew how a show went. Then he used to be in theater as well. Okay. So I experienced following him around through theaters and a theater show, being in the backstage of everything. Right, it's an amazing world. It's so.
I could imagine it's a whole different.
It's just
different
amazing.
Realm.
Oh man, it's a different a different realm. It's a different world.
It's a different world.
Oh man, I don't know. It's just like it's magical. The theater is magical. It's nothing like something that I pictured anywhere in my life, like even in the school, whatever.
Yeah,
it's it just gives you that really magical atmosphere when they get ready, and the terms they use, and the signs they have, and the timing. And theater is just amazing. So I got that part as well. And he used to play. He wasn't an actor. He was a musician, and he stepped on stage just to play either piano or, because my dad plays 5 different instruments.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he came out.
Piano
is his instrument. That's what he loves. He started that. But when he went to school, to the conservatory in Naples, which is one of the most accredited in the world, they have like really, really classical, strict education there for music. But they didn't have piano available when my grandparents wanted to enroll him there. So they had only violin. So he came out from the conservatory as a violinist. And then he kept going with the piano, but he can play the violin. Then he taught himself how to play guitar. He taught himself how to play trombone, and he taught himself how to play accordion, because that's what he needed for the theater. Because back in the days, jobs like my dad's, which was musician on the road, you had to learn to get gigs,
be a multi-tool,
to pay and to eat.
Wow. The accordion.
So yeah, he self-taught.
That is dope.
Yeah, a lot of different instruments, and he knows how to play everything. Once you have a classical base, of knowledge of music, there is no limits.
Wow.
There is no limits. Even with electronic music.
Wow.
If you have the fundamentals, you can implement them in any types of music that you do. Anything. It's just that that teaches you how the sound is made, what's made it from, how notes work up and down, how they connect each other. Once you know, it's a mathematical formula.
Whoa.
And it's all numbers, bro. We talked about this so many times. It's just about numbers. So
that's deep,
it's just like putting the right combination together. But if you know how they connect to each other, what the rule is, well then you can solve any problems.
It's like you have the equation.
The equation of music.
That's the next one. Oh, that's deep, bro. Wow.
But so that's why I'm so into music. I follow my dad everywhere. My mom was always listening to music. So, and plus that's why I listen to any music. Like I don't have I have my favorite, of course, but I am, as long as it sounds good and I appreciate it, I listen to it. I'm not gonna step away from any type of music. My mom used to listen to some sort of music. My dad different. He used to play different music. So I've been through a lot of
I feel you.
Influences. It's in all the way through my small years to my teens, my 20s.
And that's like we've said this as well. It's when you're young, when you're in those years when you absorb the most. I mean, you take in, that's when you're imprinting. You're imprinting life, and then you take that out into the world. So I could imagine if you're constantly just absorbing music. That's why now it all kind of makes sense, and I did not know this, so that was dope. Wow. Woo.
So that's why I said I was kind of forced into music.
Yeah.
Like I had no choice, because it was coming from both my parents. It's not like But since I was little, and then I started having interest in music. Like, what should I do? What should I not do?
Because you want to be part of.
Exactly.
Now you want to be part of it.
Exactly. I wanted to learn something. So I started the drums.
Oh, is that how you started?
That my instruments actually is the drums. I used to be a drummer, and that's the real only instrument that I actually can play well. Because my dad is a very good piano player. For me, is the best in the world, of course, as my dad.
Yeah, of course. You gotta say
but
it, bro.
He is so talented. Like it's amazing the talent that he has, and you would think that. Oh, well, he's going to teach his son how to play.
So that's what I'm thinking here.
That's never the case.
Okay.
So
you never
there
learned?
Is one. No. He tried. He tried. But this is a rule that happens unless you're a really restrict Russian, where they start from when they're little, and parents have no emotions. And they treat their son and their kids just like machines. You got to grow up like that. But most ways, if a human being is free will and it's got no cultural restrictions, let's call them like that, it's very hard for a person to teach your own kid, because you're not seeing that kid as a student.
Mm.
You cannot teach. You cannot be angry. You cannot be, because you'll always cut some slack.
Yeah, yeah.
It just doesn't work.
That makes sense.
There was a saying in Italy that the shoe repair will only have his shoes broken. He will only wear broken shoes.
Oh damn!
Because it's something.
I
that,
kind of like that. It just clicked. Yeah.
Yeah, it's something it's about human nature. That it's just you just don't like. Even if I know I want to teach my daughter something, I want to give her knowledge. In music wise. But if she's not interested, or if she's not keen to, I am not going to force her. First of all, because I think that's wrong. Because forcing another human being to do anything, you have to make your own choices. But anyway, if she's, I wouldn't be a tough teacher.
Yeah.
I cannot picture myself being a tough teacher.
Discipline,
because you protect this thing since they're little, and you don't want them to get hurt in both outside and inside. So if you scream at this little thing, you know you're gonna hurt this thing, right? And that even if they're 60 years old and you're still alive, you'll still have that same feeling, because they're growing up and they're having the imprinting that we were talking before, but you're actually having that too, because it's a new experience. So you're getting everything inside. And
that's deep.
Yeah. So yeah, I started drums just because I like the drums.
Oh, damn.
I liked banging things, I guess.
Boom, boom, yeah.
So yeah, that was my first instrument, and since I was a kid, I started having little bands with my classmates and stuff, but nothing serious. And then when I hit my teens, I was about like 15, maybe 14, 15.
Yeah.
I was just listening to. I used to listen to just rock, kind of like, not even like, just like slow rock, not even like, nothing heavy. And a classmate of mine, he came in, oh guys, what are you listening to? Oh, here, I'm listening to this. And there was Changes, Tupac.
Oh, what a one to start. What a way to enter the world.
I started listening and I went, fuck.
Yeah.
What's this shit?
Yeah.
Like, this stuff is hectic.
Yeah.
That's from there on. All my classmates, we started listening to hip hop. Yeah. Started singing. We started making our own tracks and stuff, and that's how it all began.
Wow.
So I started with hip hop. Hip hop is my to go for like to start like creating, to go into the creation side. But then all my friends, because actually for me, friends have been a major influence. Like they were really important, because I'm an only kid, so I have no brothers, no sisters.
Oh, true. Yeah.
So when you're a lonely kid, you tend to have, in a way, better friendships, but not better, more deep.
Yeah.
Deeper friendships, because you need that someone to talk to every day.
Companion type.
And that's you'll find it in the friends for you, especially in Italy. We're so passionate. So. It really depends the friends you grow up with.
Yeah.
That define your character when you're older.
Wow.
It's major, because you spend a lot of time with them.
Of course.
And if you have all these friends, you follow their, everybody's,
Of course. No, 100%.
And I had heaps of friends. And I had a side of friends which was listening to a lot of like metal music, and another side that was listening to hip hop.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I loved both of them. Yeah. I didn't know what to do.
Which one do I choose?
Which one do I choose? So I said, well, I don't care. I'm just gonna go with both of them. I'm just gonna.
I can have both.
I'm just gonna go with both of them, and that's why we started having bands with like all mixed stuff in it.
Yeah.
A little bit of metal, a little bit of hip hop.
Ooh.
Then yes, my experience in London has been a major influence on my music.
Okay, how old were you? Like, what age we talking here?
Well, I was 8 years old when I moved to London with my mom, because my mom, like I said before, she couldn't stay in in one place
She had to
just
keep
be
moving.
fulfilled. She needed to be
On the move.
wild.
Yeah. I feel you.
So, and where we were living in Italy, it was like I born in a part of Italy which is, it's a beautiful place. Like now for me, it's a beautiful place. I would never thought I would never said that to myself when I was in my 20s, because it's such like, it's a peaceful place. Literally 400 people lives in that town. It's not even a town. It's
Village.
It's a village, exactly, in the mountains.
Yeah.
So it's like it's pure. Like you could literally the water that you drink from the tap there, it's something that you won't imagine. It's pure water. I think that's how water should. There you go. Like there you go.
Sorry, bro.
That's all right. Man. It's
pure water.
Pure, like it has literally. I still have.
Yeah.
You know, you talking before about like my memories. Are
What triggers them?
Like,
what triggers them? Yeah.
It's sounds and tastes as well. You know, and smell and taste are very important.
Yeah.
To me, the smell is even more important. Like I was saying before, but the taste of water just brings me back. In time, and if I go back in time, I try to picture myself drinking that water. I go back only there, because that's the only place that that water has. Yeah, and I actually had similar water actually to Archie Rose here in Sydney.
Yeah,
they have this water. They give you this water, and it's like they're very proud of their water.
Yeah,
it's like 99% filtered. It's like almost
proper,
like pure, 100%.
Proper pure.
The taste, oh, it was so good. When I drank that, it brought me back to my hometown.
Oh wow!
It was like whoa. But yeah, anyway, there it's like, it's really, there's like, you hear a car maybe once every 2 hours.
Wow.
You literally,
so country?
The nights. Yeah, mountains.
Mountains. Yeah.
It's like a bit like, I think it's 700 meters above sea level. So yeah, that's, there is literally nothing. It's beautiful. It's
sounds
beautiful.
Like my type. Yeah.
Now, if I could choose, I would just live there forever.
Yeah.
That would be the
now you appreciate
place.
it. You realize
how lucky I am that I grew up there. But the problem with my mom was that it was like there's 400 people.
Yeah, not enough not enough fun.
Nah, man, 400 people.
Yeah.
You take a shit outside of where you usually take it.
Yeah.
500 people will know. Not even 400, because all the relatives of those 400 people will know as well. So it's like literally, it's everybody knows everyone, and it all stays there, and you think that is the world. You know, you like, this is, oh man. See, now I'm shifting.
Yeah.
It's like you can't have, balance. There's always pros and cons and everything.
Deep.
And you can, and fucking Jason quoted me the other day. I was talking to him and he says, I was telling him that I was thanking him he made me a birthday present. He gave me some healing stones.
Oh wow, yeah.
You know how he is.
Oh, Jason's always the medicine man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Shout
you,
out to Jason.
And
bro.
he said something so important. He goes, because I was telling him they were doing so good to me. Like it's such a positive period. Like many good changes happened to me. Like now with you and the music and stuff. I'm like growing myself as well. At the little one, everything is healthy. Everything is good. And he said something so important. He said, like, don't underestimate the lows. You gotta have some lows, even if you have a total positive, because otherwise you will not be balanced. And I said, dude,
that's
so
deep,
fucking
man.
true.
Jason coming through with the goods.
Yes.
100%.
And I live like that. I know I need to find balance.
Yeah.
Because having too much of that will not. It's like if you drink too much water, even though the water's good for you, but if you overdo your water, you can literally get sick. You can actually die if you drink too much water.
Water's like the most purest thing you can have.
Exactly. Water is life. Water is life. Without water, there is no life.
100%.
So, like, and that's the thing. Like, everything, there is always a downside. And in this case, my mom felt that there was no... It was...
Yeah,
she was being... She was creating a cage around herself.
Yeah, like constricted. Yep.
And if you don't move at certain point, it'll be too late, and for you that will be the whole world. That's why a lot of my friends my childhood friends, which are really almost forgotten because I moved away from them, they all stayed there
in town.
They are there, and they didn't move anywhere. Anywhere. So it takes a little bit of courage for sure, But since that my mom did not come, she wasn't born in that in that culture and that environment.
From the States,
So she was already an open-minded person. So she was able to move, and she said, "No, I'm taking him with me." So we moved to London, and that was a really, really weird experience for me. It imprinted me a lot. Like I've got some really, really hard memories because, of course, my mom, like she was an adventurer, so it was an adventure. But we had to struggle. Like it was a real struggle,
like grind.
To blend in. She only had one friend in London that helped us out. But like I was 8 years old. So when you're 8 years old, right, starting to face like real poverty where like my mom was struggling to put food for me at once a day, you know. And it was just like I knew like you're an 8-year-old kid and you're coming from an environment that was like pretty comfortable. And you were expecting to find something similar. When you're a kid, you don't really know, like you can't understand the concept.
It perfect.
It's just human nature. It wasn't my fault, you know, but I was like, what's happening here? Like I can't have what I want, you know. I was, you know, I want this, I want that. My mom, like she was struggling to give me like a package of chips that was like a small one, you know. It's like a treat, and it was so hard. Like it was at the beginning, and I quickly clicked. Like she put me. I literally came from this town of 400 people. That's where I grew up. Having literally my class in my primary school was 6 kids. And the grade after that was 2 kids. And they combined the 2 classes. Like the teachers were actually teaching the higher grade.
The 2 kids.
2 kids and a different path for the other 6. But it was so little. But it was good. Like they followed everything. Like the education 100%. Was good. And then I moved to London.
Quadruple.
My just the school I went to had 3,500 kids.
Damn.
My class, it was 40 kids, right? It was more than the whole school I grew up into.
You would have been in shock, bro.
I was. I was.
Yeah.
Because and my mom, she had to work. Like she had to find any types of job to keep going.
To get by,
So she placed me. We arrived in London when it was like summertime, so it was like school holidays. So we went there and she put me on this like school camp.
Okay.
Because she had to go and work and she couldn't, like, I couldn't be with her. She had to put me somewhere. So I went there and I didn't know English.
Oh, so ooh.
I didn't know English, bro. It took me a month. I knew English.
1 month. That's it. That's
it. It's human nature. I had to survive. I had to learn the language.
Wow.
That's why from there on I understood. Okay, if you really want to learn a language,
you can.
And then I found out because then, you know, growing up, I did some research.
Of course.
I was still
learning back then would be harder because no internet, not like. Well, not.
No. What I wanted to say was like if when someone says, oh, so you know 2 languages, or to some people, like I know some people that know 6 languages.
It's crazy.
It's like the human brain can get a lot. It can store a lot of stuff.
It's a powerful computer.
Oh man,
it's a supercomputer.
We created computers. So,
It
tells you, computer can only do that much. The actual human brain is better than a computer.
Yeah, true.
But anyway,
that's deep. Yeah.
If you want to learn a language, the best way actually is you go to the country where you learn your language.
Yeah.
But it's not only that. You have to try and isolate yourself from your mother tongue, and if you go overseas and you go to Italy and you go to a house which have all Aussies because that's how you talk, you'll never learn Italian. You just gotta go there and start
dip yourself in the water.
Okay. You're gonna struggle at the beginning for sure, but your brain starts to automatically capture all those words and your primal instincts when you learn a language, because we're not born knowing any languages. We learn it because we hear it. We copy.
Yes, 100%.
Because human beings, that's all they do. They
mirror.
Copy each other.
We mirror
each other. So that's we're not born taught. And so that's the best way to learn a language. You gotta and that's why every Italian that comes here, and they you know, you meet them and say, so how's your English going? Because it's the first thing I ask.
Oh,
Because
really?
it's
Yeah.
like it's a hard thing for an
Yeah.
Italian, especially, to like embrace English, because they're so different, man. It's
Wow,
like this.
yeah, complete different worlds. Yeah.
Totally different. And he says, oh, it's going good. Like, so hi, where you living? Oh, I'm living with all these other Italians. But that's your problem.
You got to live with some Aussies. Yeah.
You can live with Italians, okay. That's fair enough, you want to do. But go out, meet Aussies, meet English-speaking people. Just go out there and try not to go into working in an Italian restaurant, having to go out just with Italian mates. Just you have to force your brain to force itself to learn the language,
to learn, to adapt.
So and plus I was a kid, so that, when you're a kid, like we said before, it's easy.
More, more
just
susceptible to chip. Yeah. You're a
so
sponge.
I learned English so quickly.
Yeah.
So quickly. And yeah, man, I came through this shocking change, because
I could imagine, bro.
from nothing, from learning a new language, and like literally my school was 3,000 kids, and I went into school, like, for me it was like
Overwhelming.
oh my God, man.
Yeah.
It was just like I didn't know how, like 40 kids in there.
Yeah.
I went in there, I was terrified.
Yeah.
Literally. I was literally terrified. I
could
pissed
imagine.
my pants almost. I was like, I don't want to be here, man.
Yeah.
Like,
What is happening? Yeah. That would be intense, though. That shock, that change for such a young, like when you're young, it's just like.
yes. It wasn't the smartest idea coming from my mom. I've always, like, she admitted it as well.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
she didn't tell, like, maybe it was a bit too much. But it did give me a big lesson, because
skills.
I learned how to it's a term in Italian, but
You gotta put in English.
no, there is no translation. It's
Oh, really?
one of those that it's just,
Yeah.
has a meaning only in Italian. But anyway, it's just a way you're like forced to adapt.
Yeah,
basically, and you got your skills, like you did your art.
Oh yeah,
That we were talking about.
You're right.
Remember
My art,
That-
yes.
your art.
Yes.
You had to go through your primal instincts to try and figure out how to make it.
It
It's
kicks
like
in,
it
yeah.
kicks in. It's in us. It's in us. It's dormant, because modern society just. Well, that's
Yeah.
how it is. It's not bad. Like people say, oh, it was better back in the days.
Yeah.
It's different. It's not better. It's not worse.
But
It's different.
It's different. I like that.
Our
Like I said
body,
that.
our body is adapting to this society. If we go back now to being cavemen,
would've
we'll be dead in 30
Just like that,
seconds.
yeah.
We'll be dead in 30 seconds.
We ain't built for that. Yeah,
No.
yeah. We're not built for that. Yeah.
No, probably like we're not hairy anymore. Like
Yeah,
they
true.
used to be. Like they were.
a good point,
It's
yeah.
coming from monkeys. Well, depending on what you
Suppose-
believe.
Hey, we went-
I am.
We'll go down that rabbit hole later, bro.
yes,
Let's
yes.
leave that. Let's
No,
pack it. Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. We'll put that in the
But-
pack. Leave it there.
Yeah, well, your instincts are still there, because evolution is evolution, but your primal instincts are still there, but we're just not.
Yeah,
We don't have the habit
activating them,
anymore.
yeah.
That's it. But you're there, so you gotta go through. You have the skills,
Yeah.
and if you are forced to use them, that's where you build your strength. And it's always, and from one thing I learned from that experience, and then throughout my 20s, then, well, when you're 20s, you start being a dickhead, of course, like
Oh,
everyone else.
100%.
It's
It's part of 20.
oh, exactly.
Yeah.
That's you gotta have that
Yeah,
period.
yeah,
you,
yeah.
you gotta do your mistakes.
Double
you gotta
trouble.
do
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah,
You gotta go through that, because
Yeah.
if you don't go through that, you're nothing. Come on.
You need the
you gotta
skill, yeah.
you gotta get as much experience as you can.
Experience. You're right, though.
Yeah, man. It's,
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It gave me the knowledge of, like, saying, okay, so I had to force myself to help my mom and learn all these little skills, like I had to quickly knew how to do chores, help my mom to clean,
Yeah.
make food. Actually, she always made food. She was a great cook, and she enjoyed making food. Like,
Yeah.
so I wanted, but I did, gather these
Yeah.
awesome skills, and then just recently, like my last more grown up years,
Yeah.
one important thing that is so important is, like, it's even when you're looking for a job or anything, you look at your skills, right? You see, what can I do? What do I like to do? people should focus, I think.
Yeah.
Because I learned that on myself. Should focus not on your strength. If you say I can do this, so I'm gonna go and do that. You're just doing something that you already know how to do. You're not gonna grow because you're just doing that.
Yeah.
Whether if you focus, if it's like having. This is your weak arm. This is your strong arm. You always use a strong arm. But if you force yourself to use your weak arm, that weak arm becomes strong. And this one is already strong.
So it's gonna be all right.
You don't need to get this stronger because you'll be too much unbalanced. And it's always like we said before. It's all about balance. So if you got to work on your weaknesses, you got to take care of your weaknesses. They don't have to be like, oh man, I am so bad at this. Cool. Well then, let's try and get better at that.
Yeah.
Because that's how I see it.
I love that, bro.
It's just like it gives you the chance to learn new to learn new stuff, to have new experiences.
Yeah.
It's just it better.
Yeah, no, I love that.
That's the skill I got there because I knew like, okay, I don't know how to live like this.
Yeah.
But I managed to
make it work.
To make it through. So that means that it's a skill that I can learn. So even though I was afraid to go in a school that had 40 kids, I guess, and I wasn't used to it, I just went in, and then after a week I had my little the ones you bond more with
group,
because then it comes into chemistry. I mean,
crew,
like,
of course.
You don't choose necessarily your friends. Like what we said before, bro. It's like you don't choose to find love, right?
Yeah. I like that quote.
Dude, you don't chase chicks. I mean, you chase chicks, but you don't chase love.
There we go.
Some things, they come to you because there's chemistry.
Yeah.
And it's something that you don't control. And it's just part of the nature. Because nature works, it has a way nature will always find a way. Human beings probably not.
No, I feel that.
Animals, but nature will always find a way because a desert, there will always be that oasis somewhere there. And where there's water, there's life. If there's nothing around there, nature will find its way. It will grow itself, and it will always survive. And nature knows that human beings need to turn around, and
that's a fact.
There are people that are more attracted to other people, but not like physically attracted, like that. There is a connection. There's a connection at work. You see it every day. You have your best mates at work. Those people, unless you grew up with, but people that you know, you don't know what they are. So how come you approach that person instead of another if they don't talk? Yeah, this was an experiment as well done. I've seen it somewhere where people are just blindfolded and they have no chance to talk to anyone in front of them, and they move around and they start to have to find a partner, someone, and they choose random people, and that's how they study. Like it's a matter of chemistry, and it turns out that when they find each other like that, they have a lot of things in common. Wow. Because there's chemistry. Like, there is that. It's just how life works.
It's a vibe. It's an energy.
Exactly, and that's sometimes you're lucky to find that bond straight away. Sometimes you can end up having to find no bonds during your entire life. It's not like or late in life, but there will always be some connection between people in chemistry.
Naturally.
So I did find my little friends. And, I was a bit more relaxed, but like everything has a downside. Actually, after a year I've been in London, I started realizing that I was in real shock. I missed what I had before. And my mom decided, well, it's either now or never. So he might have some trauma. Instead of like risking me, so she sent me back to my dad back in Italy.
Wow.
So
how old are you now?
And that was when I was 10. So I stayed in London for about a couple of years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I went back to Italy, and then all my teens and till I came here to Australia, I stayed in Italy. My mom actually took me to America for a year. I was 5 years old. And that's a funny thing about the brain, actually. Yeah. I actually learned English when I was 5 years old. But we stayed there a year, and my mom said I could speak English like fluently.
Wow.
But that's kids, man. That's
Yeah, 'cause
like
you're a
little
sponge,
kids.
you
Like,
can just
yeah.
go,
I
yeah.
went to kindergarten for like the first year
In the States?
In the States, yeah.
Damn, bro.
I remember really little. It was 5 years
Yeah.
old. It's just 5 years is just the period where human being starts to remember.
Mhm.
Before that, very hard. You might
It's
have
vague.
some glimpse. You might
Yeah.
have some flashbacks. But from 5 years on, you actually have some clear memories. Like I do remember the kindergarten, just a little bit of things.
Yeah, yeah.
But like I was there. I learned English. I came back after a year.
Yeah.
My mom said after 2 months that I was back in Italy, I totally forgot English. But that's how the
Wow,
kid's brain
like
is the sponge.
forgot,
It just
yeah.
it goes in, information goes in, comes out, goes in. That's why they get tired easy. They don't get tired because they jump around.
No.
Kids, I'm learning this with the little one.
Really?
The more games she does, like puzzles and stuff, she
Yeah.
gets tired very easily because their brain
Mental
is
fatigue.
way
Wow.
more active than ours.
That's crazy.
Because
Yeah.
they need to learn. The body needs to learn to survive, to grow up. It's nature. It's amazing.
Yeah,
The
well,
human
that's
body
deep.
is
It's so deep
it's-
when you break it down like that.
Ah.
It is,
But-
yeah.
But yeah, anyway, so what was I saying?
America, you were
Yes.
5, learned the language, forgot.
Yeah, no, exactly. So
Yeah.
I went back to Italy. I went back to Italy. But actually from my London experience, and my mom stayed there.
Yeah.
So I was like kind of shocked,
Yeah,
from when I was
yeah.
living in London. I didn't like London. Actually, I hated London in that period. But then I started go to London, back and forward,
To
back
visit,
and
yeah,
forward
yeah.
to visit my mom, and it was like my second kind of place. But I experienced London the fun way.
Yeah, yeah.
No school. It was just holiday.
Yeah, yeah.
It was just partying.
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was just the
You got the
best
good
time.
side. You started
And my mom always been like,
Yeah.
she was a party mom.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
she enjoyed her life
Yeah.
all the way through.
Yeah, yeah.
And so, on the safe side, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah.
But I had so much fun. I
Mm.
had so much my experience. Like that was the best time of my life, going
Yeah.
back and forward. And I loved London for that. And I loved bringing friends over there.
Mm.
So that actually got me to enjoy London a
Yeah.
lot more than living there. So
Yeah.
I always tell my friends, I say, you want to go to London? Go have fun in London.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't live
Don't
in
go
London.
live there.
Unless you're born there.
Yeah, yeah, it's
London is
different.
too hectic.
Okay,
Oh,
wow.
man, London, it's a beautiful city. I love it. I love it. But it's so chaotic.
Yeah, yeah, I could
It's
imagine.
so chaotic. It's like
Because it's small, but
it's
heaps of people.
24/7
Yeah.
crowded. Well, not nowadays.
yeah.
It's before
Yeah.
this thing happened.
BC, before COVID.
Before.
But I've been saying that lately because I'm like, hey, maybe that's what they'll
Is
talk
it coming
about.
from you?
Maybe that was. Maybe that's what they'll talk about in the Bible. You know what I mean? Before COVID.
BC before COVID. Oh my
AC
God. this-
after COVID. All right, we go.
Anyway, BC.
Yeah.
No, actually, no, really. London is like, you go in on Piccadilly Circus, which is like, the main
Yeah.
attraction of London, like, where you see most of the tourists there.
Yeah.
24/7. I'm
Always a
there's like this
Like Times Square, probably
river.
like that. Yeah.
It's just river, and like there's no space.
Yeah. Is there any nature in?
You got
Little
the
bits?
parks. The
Yeah.
parks are very well taken. Like, of course, if you go outside the outskirts.
Oh yeah,
I
of
mean,
course, but not in the.
It's a city. It's a big city.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, there's a lot happening in London, but it is a beautiful city. It's got like, and that's why I always tell my friends
Yeah.
that want to live Italy, and they say, "Oh, I want to go somewhere like overseas." Says, dude,
Start with-
London is so close to you.
Yeah, yeah.
It's so easy to find a job, stay there for a year, because London teaches a lot. You especially from someone that comes from Italy, which knows immigration on a bad way.
Yeah,
Because there's a lot of immigrants in Italy, but they're all coming from Africa and Eastern Europe.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of stuff going on there.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
There's a lot of racism, and there's like, so they don't really know what like an immigrant that's settled in another country
yeah.
is.
They don't know the other perception of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
London is full of different cultures, like less than Sydney.
Yeah, yeah.
Australia
No,
is
I feel you.
amazing, but they have at least an
Culture
idea
hub. Yeah.
of how will it work
Around the world. Yeah, like a little
London
different.
is a perfect starting point for someone who wants to in for Italians,
Yeah.
for example. Or-
That makes sense to me. Yeah.
So I was go to London because
Yeah.
it's beautiful. Like you get to know like a lot of cultures,
Yeah.
what they do, and music.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, anything
Wow.
that happens in London will give you
That makes
some
sense.
sort of experience, and you're ready for the world.
Yeah. Because like a
That's what-
mini world. I know what you
Yeah.
mean. It's like a little. Yeah.
Exactly.
That makes sense to me.
So yeah, in a way, I love and hate London in the same way
Mm.
because I've got some bad memories as well. You
Yeah.
know? So it's like
Comes
when
with
you
it.
when you're traumatized by something, it's not something that you should hide from it because,
Yeah.
like I said, even if there is something bad, you should embrace it
Mm.
and deal with it.
Yeah,
Deal with it.
yeah.
Like Jason said, deal with it.
Deal with it. Yeah. That's
No,
so JC did that, yeah.
it's very important to learn from your traumas as well.
Yeah.
For some people, it's very hard, and that's why, like, you know, there's weak-willing people and
Yeah.
strong-willing people.
Yeah.
You know,
Who can get past that?
exactly, and it's
Because it's
nothing-
painful. You know what I
Exactly,
mean?
you know, for some people it's hard, but if you can
Yeah.
focus on, you know, your traumas as well, because if you don't face them, you won't be able to.
Get past that, yeah.
Exactly,
And it'll keep
yeah.
coming back up, and yeah, that's deep, bro. I like that.
Yeah,
Wow. So that was London.
yeah.
So that's kind of like, yeah, ooh.
I did some DJing as
I was
well in
I was
London.
about to say, like,
Yeah.
you would have absorbed when you were there for 2 years. You would have absorbed some different sounds, different music, different.
More when I went there after
After,
my living
yeah.
there, because I was, you
You
know,
were in the
already
fun
into
zone,
music,
yeah.
and I was like, and I started being like into old school underground London techno, which was
Oh wow, that would have
really
been
hard.
hectic.
I was and like all my mom's mates on this, they were all doing drugs and going
Yeah.
to parties and stuff. I was never like, even though I've been in that situation,
Yeah.
I always kept myself clean. Like I didn't start like this is a
Yeah.
funny story actually.
Yeah. Here we go. Wait.
This one is a funny one.
Before we get to that story, right? Hold on, because I'm gonna check that the camera's still on. Alrighty, and we back. Let's get it. So,
Okay.
story time.
Yeah, so I was it was funny because, like I said, like
Yeah.
I've always been clean, like even that, and like even I was DJing the most extreme underground acid stuff. But I was clean. I was a teenager, but clean. Like I was literally learning to DJ by myself, and my mom had the decks in the house.
Yeah.
So I was just like
Having fun.
having fun,
That's
and
mad.
I would see like all these. I would make all these people dance, and I wouldn't even realize because it was just like too deep. And for me, it was just a game.
Yeah. Wow. I like how you said that though. Yeah. It's like a game. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Oh man, I love that period.
Yeah.
Let's go back. But anyway,
Yeah.
funny story.
Yeah.
So, my mom used to smoke cigarettes,
Yeah.
and her entire life, basically. And then one day, so I stopped. There was a time where like I had to go. I was doing my studies, so
Yeah.
I was like, well, I wasn't going back and forth that much.
Yeah.
So I would only see, you know, like maybe once a year I would see my mom. And at one point, like she decided to quit smoking.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So I went, I went to London,
Yeah.
and we went out at the airport. And I told my mom, I said, "Look, I've got something very, very sad to tell you." And she goes, "What happened?"
Yeah.
I goes, "I started smoking."
Oh.
And she started laughing her ass off. Literally, I can't believe that. I just quit. And I was like, "Are you serious?" Like I was expecting, like, you know,
Yeah,
what are you doing?
What's wrong?
Why?
Yeah,
like
why?
this and that, you've been clean all this time. She just started
Wow.
laughing and saying like, and like my mom was really, really like open-minded.
Yeah,
she
yeah.
didn't say like, well, it's your choice.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
did it for you. You saw me and your dad doing it for so many.
Yeah, probably you picked up.
Like
some of
I
the sub-
can't say, oh, you're doing the wrong thing.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
and
On a
my mom
subconscious
was
level.
real. Like she
Yeah.
was like, there, like, why lie to you?
Real
Why-
talk. Real talk. Yeah.
You know.
Wow.
That's why probably I'm always honest
Start
to
laughing.
people, like
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
like I don't wanna like hide stuff. Like why?
Keep it 100. Keep it a buck. Yeah.
Of course, there are some things that you want to keep to
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah.
You have your own secrets, and it's fine. It's good to have your own secrets.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was a funny one.
She started laughing.
She just started laughing and said, "Oh my god, I just quit."
And what are the odds though as well that it's that timing, bro? Wow. Damn. That's a chapter right there in the book of Aslan. So is this you were DJing? Did you ever do Like, cause you showed me videos of you performing with the mic, with the glove. Do you know what I mean? Was that ever in London, or was that
No,
when that was back in?
That's all Italy. Italy, I had 2 different bands.
Yeah.
My bands. Well, did I had 2 or 3? I can't remember. I had more than that. I think I was like in 4 bands.
Damn, all at one time.
No.
Okay.
I started as a drummer
Yeah.
for a band. Then I started singing, and I had this 4 bands actually.
Yeah. Wow.
I had like this. This is actually another funny. Well, now it's an interesting story because like I grew up with one of my mates, my classmates. See how people bond with each other.
Yeah.
He was the only child as well. In the class, and we bonded so much. And like he was like a bit more like all my friends were my dad used to live in Italy when I moved from London to Italy. It was a pretty. Northern Italy is a bit more wealthy, so they were all like like wealthy families. They all had like. All the parents were not separated. You know, he was the only one that had like a bit of a broken family, a bit of a tough
so a lot
life.
of things in common.
A lot of things in common. So we clicked straight away, and we started singing. Like we literally wanted to do this, and we started. And this is how old I am. Well, I'm not that old, but this is how old I am. And my first real demo that I really did, recorded myself was my dad had me a little speaker to play the piano with. The keyboards, and I had a cassette recorder.
Okay.
Back in my teens, I still had cassettes. And CD was just coming up, but cassettes was still a big thing. So I had my cassette player, and we came to my place, and we were in my room, and we're trying to sing some stuff. I created a little beat on the keyboard.
Oh, nice!
And so we had to find the right position between, like the right distance between the speaker, the cassette recorder, and us. And the takes we did were all to try to find the right spot so that you could hear everything. There was no computer, man.
That's crazy, man.
So that was my first demo, and it's such a good memory. Having that
full old school, trying to find the right spot where you can get both sounds on bound. So you were mixing from a young age.
You would never know. You would never know.
The original mixing.
Yeah, you were legit mixing on the spot. Like
fly?
Mixing while recording. Like that doesn't happen nowadays.
Yeah. Wow.
But that's why that's a fun. So and we started actually that was my first real starting my music career.
No, I feel you. How old are you at this point?
I was 15.
Oh wow.
15.
Damn. So that's one of the bands. One of 4.
One of them. Yeah. And then I started like I said before, I had metal friends who listened to a lot of metal.
Yeah.
But they liked hip hop as well, so we got together and I started this this band. I'm just gonna skip a lot of stuff. But I started this band. Yeah. This is man. All right, I'll tell you about this. This band's was called the Pink Rabbit Fever.
Whoa. The Pink Rabbit Fever.
Now, this band actually came before that. We started one of what I actually now still consider my best friend. Yeah. He's a dude he's full of issues. He's got chronic depression. He has it's the hardest person you can actually be with. Yeah. I am the only one who's stood by him till today. Wow. That never gave up. Good on you, bro. All his friends, he's got heaps of friends, but no one has the patience and the effort to be there with him constantly. I was literally the only one who put up with all his shit. And I'm still there, and still now we're collaborating. I'm waiting for one of his recordings.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so me, him, and this other friend of mine, we started this band, which had the idea was to put my hip hop singing, his screams, metal singing in it, and he would do the electronics. So on an electronic base. So metal singing, hip hop, so it's a crossover with no real drums, just everything electronic. But then, unfortunately, our friend, he's the one I talked to for my song.
Yes, that's deep.
Yeah.
Was that
21 years old, he had a stroke.
Damn, that's intense.
Yeah, he went to a coma for a week, and We were all there, all his friends, man. There was a week that I still remember every day of it.
Yeah, yeah.
It was, we
That's
were at the
intense.
hospital trying to comfort, give presents to the parents that were there. We were just outside giving shifts. You know, one would have to go to work. There was always someone there for a week, hoping, praying that he would get out of his coma.
That's intense.
So, and he was such a healthy kid. It was just nature decided it was his time. That's it.
That's deep.
Probably have better plans for him.
So intense. No, you're right. I could, but he was in your band as well.
Yes.
I didn't
so
know that.
he was the origins of that. And from there on, we actually kept going, and we put up this band, which was called the Pink Rabbit Fever. Now, the Pink Rabbit Fever, the name says it all.
Yeah, I'm just like, whoa.
All our songs.
Yeah.
We had a concept of the band, which was this imaginary world ruled by bunnies. Evil bunnies.
This is intense. This is crazy, bro.
So all our songs have something related to rabbits.
Wow.
So we had, like, for example, we had one song called Evil Rabbits Coming from the Deep Space.
Whoa. It's some Rick and Morty type, like, wait, what? Whoa.
Bro, I never showed any of this to you. I will.
Yeah,
I will because you gotta hear some stuff.
This is a whole nother world,
bro.
Yeah.
We had one rabbit that we actually put everywhere in the songs. His name was Smutch. God. And he basically was an evil rabbit. There was a movie actually. An animated movie.
Yeah, I know which one. That's all I've been thinking about the whole time with Kevin Hart. Is that the one?
Yes.
And it's like
with the evil rabbit that goes. That was
Life of Pets.
Yes.
Secret Life of Pets.
So so we had this this character which was Smutch. So, and all our songs, we had like evil rabbits coming from the deep space. We had a Rabbit Hood. There was, instead of Robin Hood, so this was the Rabbit Hood that would like steal from the poor to give to the rich. Steal from the rich but to give to the on a man, it was
Rabbit Hood.
Rabbit Hood.
Oh God.
Oh man, seriously, I gotta look. Wait, I have to look up some names,
bro.
Some of them I forgot.
This is amazing.
I'm looking at my phone, which looks bad, but I need to.
No, that's all right, bro. That is so.
So
I never heard of this. Oh, bro, this needs to be an animation. Do you know what I mean? Like when you explain it, I'm thinking an animated type like world.
Oh, we had. I'll send you all the artwork we had as well, bro.
Oh, you had artwork too, like concept.
Of course, we had the whole
pieces.
Thing.
Damn.
Absolutely, man. So,
full on.
Where is it? Oh, tell me I have it here.
Concept pieces. I love it.
Oh yes, I have it here. So, well, we had actually it was called Pink Rabbit Hood, Fever of the Rabbit. That was. What else? There was 00 Bunny. Yeah, I gotta tell you that. It was this like really, really like kind of James Bond bunny that would go like and do some really, really sketchy stuff. 00 Bunny. That's exactly. Scary Bunny. Scary Bunny that was one of my favorites.
Was there an EP for this or something?
Oh, it's a whole album about it. Yeah. And I'll send it to you. But this, so yeah, every song had its own little concept, little world, and it was all talking about these bunnies and rabbits.
Were there like rabbits in your area or something? Like...
No. It just came out like that for no reason. Like because there was my best friend. He was like totally drunk, of course, like every night. And he was like, "Oh, could you imagine like now because he had a garden." And this was his place. This is where this place actually should not ever been torn down anywhere. We should actually preserve it as a temple.
Homage.
It's exactly
yeah.
Because so much happened in that place, man. His hut was all wood.
Ooh.
He made it himself. He bought the land with his parents, and he made it himself. And he's been living there. It's been a recording studio. It's been a rehearsal studio for many bands while he was still living there. I met 2 girlfriends in that place. We had the best parties in this place.
Yeah.
And the best memories I have of him in his garden was taking a piss together in his garden, because you were not allowed to go in his toilet to take a piss.
Oh, really?
You had to go and piss in the garden, because he had the idea that that's why his trees were all nice and green.
Oh, because this guy's a genius.
But they were all like kind of wonky, he said, because everyone that comes here is always drunk. So anyway, it was just a fun thing to do.
Oh, you guys are trippers, bro. That is hilarious.
You should meet this
man. So it's still
He's
there.
Gonna come and see me.
The pad, the studio, his place, his
still
hut.
He's still living there.
Wow.
He's never gonna leave that place.
Yeah.
It's impossible. But yeah, so one day he was like, "Oh, can you imagine in the garden now that there is a black bunny hopping through my garden?" That was just it. That was just it. And says, "Oh, yeah, that would be a scary bunny." Ooh, and there you go. And then we had like, "Oh, scary bunny. That would be a good name for a song."
And then from that, it all began.
It all started, and
the rabbit sagas.
And then exactly. And then we just started like, oh man, it's just trippy. And I gotta tell you this now. This is one of the stories I actually had on my notes.
I told you about the notes. They weren't coming.
They are coming. I'm
one at a time.
I'm not looking at them.
Yeah,
but this is
but
like,
they're here. Yeah.
I gotta tell this story. So we had this band night, right? Okay,
Yeah.
Pink Rabbit Fever, which
Pink Rabbit Fever. Let's go.
We had the most outside of the box thinking costumes.
I knew you were going there.
All right. Oh, now another one came out to me. Okay, this too I'm gonna tell.
Like onesies or something like.
All right, so we had the band first started just me, him, and a guitar player.
Yeah.
Okay, he was just doing the guitars. I did all the electronics. They were kind of like techno, because I was still coming from London, so I had this like
in your head,
but really strong one with like hard themes and stuff. So I was doing that, and then we decided that we wanted a bass player. So I got one of my best mates as well.
Yeah.
Like I said, all the best bands,
Yeah.
they are when
chemistry.
when you do it with friends. When you find jams, it becomes more like
Authentic.
a job.
Yeah.
But with friends, you always are
authentic.
all in the same page.
Yeah. Same frequency.
Exactly.
I feel that. Yeah.
So we got this bass player.
Yeah.
He didn't know how to. He was hired
Yeah.
by us just to hit the
note.
track. No, just to hit the track. We didn't tell him to play the bass yet.
Wait, what?
All he needed to do was to make the track go, because me and him were singing. The guitar player was singing the guitar, but we didn't know how to put the music on.
Yeah.
So we had a player, but it was bad, just stepping off and play the song and then start singing. So we got, let's get someone who does that. So maybe we'll put him on a nice little bench.
Yeah.
We'll make it. We'll give him maybe a mask or something. Bro, the mask.
A mask, like before mask shit.
No.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what the mask is.
Oh.
So
like bunny mask.
Okay,
Bruh.
so we had this gig, where it was all for us, right?
Yeah.
So we put a lot of effort on it.
Yeah.
So this is what we created.
Yeah.
This is what we came out with. We started having this. So the place where we were having the gig at, it was an outdoor kind of lounge club.
Yeah.
They used to do really soft music, very loungy, jazzy, with cocktails and stuff, with low stools, on the ground.
Yeah, lounge vibes.
Beautiful place. But it was very spread out. Okay. So what we did, we decided they had a little balcony on top, right? Yeah. So we set up everything. We printed out the logo of our band.
Yeah.
But my friend fucked up. He printed it out in like I think it was 6x6 poster. It was something massive.
Wow. He wasn't playing around, bro.
He wanted to make it 2x2, but he fucked up the order, and this was like
6. Bro, how do you get from 2 to 6?
I don't know what he did, but anyway,
Yeah.
we had this massive banner
Yeah.
that we had to put on the side even because it didn't fit on the wall where we were singing, And so we had this massive banner, which was beautiful. Man. It was
Yeah.
acting.
Oh wow.
We had this band set up with like this black kind of fabric that was covering. Anyway, we started from I made up. One of the things I love to do with music, especially when I'm composition. I don't know if you noticed with Rise as well. I like a lot of orchestral stuff.
Yeah,
Like, I like to make intros.
Yeah,
You know,
I
like
know,
epic intros.
Epic, cinematic.
So I had this. I was just starting, to learn about plugins and stuff, and I had this chorus builder, where you can actually build choruses with real recorded choruses, but you actually put your words in. It was so hard to actually learn. I don't even remember how to use it. It was very hard because you had to give comments, and then you have to. But you could actually create a whole sentence with the chorus, with real choruses, because they recorded it in like every single letter in every single language and stuff. So it was like such a big. I don't know. Anyway, I managed to actually create an intro with the name of the band, Pink Rabbit Fever, in the chorus, and with our own names as well. You know, because we had our own little AKAs for the. And well, anyway, this intro was going, and we decided that we were gonna go like with capes, like with like. Kind of like wizardy, evil wizards, like with the crane and stuff. Yeah. So we slowly came down, but. So the friend that he started playing, he had to do the tracks and started playing the bass afterwards. He had a passion for dirt bikes, right?
Whoa.
So we got him to go on stage with the dirt bike, and these like full on. And he wasn't even wearing a helmet. He was wearing the mask that we custom made online for him, which was, like I said before, it was a bunny, like you said, like you but it was a really, really scary. It was pink. It like was massive.
Oh, really?
I don't know if you know Dead Mouse.
Like a heavy, big.
It wasn't heavy. It was fabric, like with fur. Like it had pink fur and stuff, but it had red eyes on the top. It was like we modified the mouth that it would like all monstery. And he was wearing this mask, and no one expected that this dude came with the dirt bike going through the tables where people were sitting and having cocktails, and he went through the tables.
A little jazz lounge bar has been taken over.
And people were shitting themselves. It's what's happening? What is this? And and there was the owner of the place who said, "Oh, don't worry, guys, it's part of the show." And then he was doing this run, and he parked the bike. Everything went well. He didn't hit anyone. He was full on safety. Then he goes and he had like this big mask, He had this stick, so he did it like
wizard stuff.
Yeah. So I put on the bass. I put like some thunder effects as well, and he was going like. And that's where we came in. All three of us, dressed in capes, coming with the thing, and then the song will hit, and we will like take off the capes and started doing the show.
What an entrance,
dude! I've got all this on tape.
No,
I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you. I don't know why I never did it.
I was picturing it all. I can't wait to see it. Wow,
I got it all on tape.
Wow.
Yeah, my girlfriend at the time, she was able to record everything. So,
that is out of this world.
And this is not the craziest thing we did. This one, you gotta prepare your pants because you're gonna piss yourself for laughing. Man.
Oh, bro! All
right,
I'm already.
So we with the Pink Rabbit Fever, we did a lot.
The bunnies are back.
The bunnies are back.
Revenge of the bunnies, bro. They back. The big bunnies. Oh. Okay.
So, when we were at that period, actually, I was having two bands at the same time because I was having my latest band before I came here that we actually did a fair bit. But this is a story it's the last story I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah.
But it was this other band. It was a crossover band. It was legit like Linkin Park, Limp Bizkit, with no real drums. But
I think I've seen videos of this one.
Yes, it's like the one with the X-File thing.
Wow.
So that was one of my greatest with the Pink Rabbit, but the Pink Rabbit fever was just so intense.
So out of this,
it's so hard for people to understand. Like that's the thing that was just for us.
You gotta be a tripper to understand it.
But we got ourselves a girl singing as well, and she had like this beautiful like lyrical voice, so big.
Pink bunnies.
Yeah, the Pink Rabbit fevers. Yeah.
Wow. Pink Rabbit fevers. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, so. We had the chance by referral and contact, so they got us to go on to this let's call it a seminar.
Wow.
Right, this seminar, I told you about this
Seminar.
The one in the mountains. I told you I'm gonna leave this because
This
I
is
wanna
the
say
story I've been waiting for.
Yes. All right, so it was a musical seminar. Now, these things in Italy happens a lot. I miss Italy for that because music-wise, and when it comes to bands that are not mainstream but are like at the middle there, like they're doing their own thing and they're very popular by word of mouth. That's what I'm saying, which is this the scene where I want to be in. It's the best because there's no pressure from being on mainstream, which is a shitty world, unfortunately. It is. But you got this option, you know. You stay there. Anyway, they do a lot of this stuff in Italy. we were invited. We had to pay for a 5-day retreat, musical retreat at this hotel up in the mountains, which I'm legit telling you it was the Shining Hotel. It was the same bloody thing to shit yourself.
That's where they got the Shining from.
It was basically in the because Italy has the Alps. So it was just the beginning of the Alps, but literally you had snow up to your knees constantly, always. That was the sightseeing you will see. And, And it was beautiful. So basically, just to cut a little bit short, what the thing was like basically was all these record labels will be doing the retreat and the seminar. All these like big names on the like. They were all talent scouts, basically. And it wasn't like a contest or anything. It was just you had 15 minutes where you could do your show in front of, producers and like people that knew that are in the industry, right? That were in the industry. So you had the chance to get to know yourself from, the big guys. And it was packed. It was, I think, about 300 bands. So this was a massive thing. And there was everything. Rock, metal, hip hop, techno, dancers. There was every type of genre.
Big crowds?
The crowds were the bands.
Wow.
There was no crowds. This was a seminar because you were invited as a band.
Wow.
There were no crowds. And you were allowed to bring like one guest per person, per band. So you can imagine like there were 300 bands, but there was like 600 people.
Wow.
At least.
Yeah.
And dude, like you had a bar. Everything was discounted. You had the residents and
sounds lit.
It was the best. Like, but now I'll get you into in the peak, of the thing. So anyway, this was the reason. So people, you had 5 days. You had and plus you had, since they were doing something with Apple at the moment, you had the chance to. This only was told when we got there that they had this like little contest for people. It was more of a challenge. All the bands had the chance to like create on time available there for the last day. They had the chance to create something that had the Apple theme in it in their own style with the band. So it was a little challenge. People got into it, and they would receive some vouchers from Apple for music equipment.
Okay, but that's a lot. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I did my part. because I was doing all the electronics anyway. I had my laptop, so I did try and do my one. I didn't win, unfortunately. But because it wasn't we had our big thing was voices as well. We did record something, but on the laptop. But they knew about like that the quality of the recordings would have been that. But many bands were like real bands, you know, like they had no electronics, so it's easy. Like they would create a song in 2 days.
Out of
that
nothing,
was the challenge. It's so beautiful, man. Like all these
That's
things.
amazing, though.
But so okay, so we decided
Yeah.
since it was like all these bands coming out, we've decided that we want to go big.
I know it. Of course.
But big.
The rabbits.
So it was. The band was 4 of us.
Yeah.
At the time was still 3. The girl wasn't still with us. But I took my girlfriend, and it was my friend's girlfriend, our friend, my friend that he actually lives here in Sydney. Is one of my best mates that lives here in the one that you met.
That I met.
Yeah. He came with us to that thing.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because we didn't have I was living with him.
Yeah.
And at the time, and I said, "Well, you want to come with us? We got a spare place." I said, "Why not? Go 5
Why
days,
not? Yeah.
have a party." And he loved my music.
Yeah.
Because I entered the invitation as a solo artist as well, so I had my solo things, my solo hip hop, plus the thing with the thing. Yeah.
Oh, dope.
But so we had 2 cars.
Yeah.
But we could have gone with 1 car.
Yeah.
Because my friend had a big car as well. It could hold 7 people. But we had to go with 2 cars because we've decided that the Pink Rabbit Fever needed a video impact as well. So we created this bench that was like pretty much from here to where you are. Let's say it was all painted and stuff, and it had a 45-inch screen TV in it. Okay. In it. So the bench, we made it ourselves in wood, and we put the wheels underneath. You know, we're custom made, completely handcraft, custom made, and
ingenious, bro.
And we had to load this thing. It didn't come apart. We didn't think of the fact that we were going into a hotel, you know, and we had to. But this is not the funniest. So we had to like load this massive thing in the car, and we had to drove in the mountains throughout and we had and this wasn't an easy drive as well, bro.
I could imagine
up in the mountains, full of snow, ice,
full
and
on,
stuff. To get to this retreat was at the first when we first saw it, I said we're gonna die here. Like there's gonna be a serial killer here and killing everyone. And we got there and we had to keep this bloody thing in the car that couldn't even close properly. We had to tie it with a rope. It was anyway. The thing is that we decided to go on stage with it. So when it came our turn to go there, we went down to the car park from a hotel, and bro, like I'm saying, this was a 20-year-old average band at a 5 days retreat with no police, with no nothing, no security. It was basically a 600 people party for 5 days.
Yeah, of artists.
People were just
and they're all artists.
Smoking everywhere,
I could
drinking everywhere. Everyone was just off their
wild,
heads constantly.
Yeah.
But the beautiful thing about this experience, before I get to the fun part, is that we got to meet so many cool people.
Wow.
All the bands bond together. We got contacts. We got another band to come to play in our town.
Wow.
They invited us to their town.
Ooh.
I got to sing on stage with these other hip hop guys that were there. He had a partner, but he couldn't come because he got sick. So he needed someone. So I jumped in and I covered up for him.
Wow.
And then we got to call them for another gig at our home.
Bro, this is crazy.
The environment and the atmosphere was just beautiful. If you would have been there in an environment like that, bro, you would have loved it. It would have been right up your alley.
I could imagine.
Right up your alley. Just knowing people, random people like that, and they were all talking about music. And
all artists on the same wave.
And you were all forced to stay there for 5 days and nowhere to go because literally our hotel room, you couldn't open the door because the snow was literally up to here.
Wow.
It was constantly snowing. Imagine the sightseeing you get in the morning. That you don't get to see the morning really because you're just going from the night before and you just get to see the sunrise on a snowy mountain, totally having fun, like the best. I'm literally telling
That's
you about this. One of my best experiences I've had in my life.
Wow.
But anyway, so we had to go on stage with this. So we had to go from the car park. We had to go inside the hotel, and with two of us dragging this really dodgy, made-up, custom-made. It was making so much noise, going through these hotel corridors to get to the stage area, which was a lounge, big lounge area.
Yeah.
And everyone was looking at us like, dude, are you crazy? Like, some would say, oh, this is awesome. And everybody was like curious to see like, what we would do. You know? We went like, do this thing on... And we went on stage and we took like, because you had like 15 minutes to perform. Yeah. But they gave us like 10 minutes between a band and another, because they had 3 days of actual performing. And the other 2 days were doing other stuff. Like it was like, you can actually, there was some seminars with some like professional. They would explain how the music industry works. You know, a seminar. Yeah. So you didn't have like full 5 days of performing. But most of it was it. But you had like, there is a lot of bands. So we had only 10 minutes to and within 10 minutes, we had to bring this massive thing that was heavy as fuck. 45-inch TV, man. And it was a flat screen, but it was one of the old ones. The back was still heavy.
Thick and heavy, Plus,
we bought it a cheap one. Just for that reason. And with the boom, 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 and the guy, the technicians on stage, they were like,
"What are we gonna do with this?
What are they doing?" And they asked us, "Does need to be hooked up?" I said, "No, don't worry. This is like, we just need a PowerPoint. That's all we needed for the TV. But that would be the bench where where my friend would step on and play. We had the little console there as well.
For him,
You know, it was like a DJ console. But all the DJs that were there, they had like just a normal piano stand. It was easy to carry. But we had to have the TV. The only thing the TV did was showing image of the song, which was only one song. It had the translation because we were singing in English, and we wanted everyone to understand in Italian. If you didn't have so we had the idea to put the whole like with all like backstage like background images of bunnies and rabbits, of course, like in lights and stuff. So, and everybody was just like, oh, what are these guys doing? They're coming on with this trolley. And then when we had to clear everything out, you see us. And going. At the end of this, said, dude, we're never going to use this again. We just dismantled it in the car park and just threw everything in the car.
You didn't take it back?
No, we took it back, but we just
that was
we just kept the screen, and we just said, no, man, this is like this was the worst idea ever. It was like, oh man, it was
that you guys know how to make an entrance. You guys know how to like make it come in with a bang. You definitely did. The pink.
So yeah, this was the Pink Rabbit Fever, man.
Oh man, that is so funny. Oh, this was the haunted house one though. Wow,
man. So yeah, this is what we did.
You guys.
And yeah, bro. So man, I got so many stories that I could think about, like gigs.
Yeah,
my best stories are about
the gigs. Yeah.
But,
that's where the magic happens.
Yeah, but bro, I gotta tell you this before. Okay. This the other band I had, which was called Epsilon 9.
Yeah.
Epsilon 9 meant
Epsilon 9.
Epsilon. So
Epsilon.
EPSILO. Ellen. Yeah. 9, which is a constellation. We got it because it's a constellation. And we were we were like freaked out about like space and aliens.
Into all that. Yeah.
Our logo was like green with the alien face, and we had all of that. We were just for aliens. Yeah. We were just like mad fans of the X-Files, so we were all conspiracy theories. Yeah, all of that.
That's dope. Yeah.
We were that band was a bit more into like, you know, this kind of stuff. Like, two different worlds. But I was living both of them at the same time.
Wow.
It was hard to shift between.
I was gonna say,
now I know, like, oh wow, I'm for sure a bad actor because I would never be able. But I know what an actor would feel like.
Yeah, to shift
From one character to another. Every like, how do you do that?
Yeah. You lose yourself when
But
you're halfway through. Yeah.
Anyway, we did so much with them.
Wow.
We talking about aliens.
Yeah.
Like when we had one of our contests, because when we were trying to find gigs, one of the first things we did back in the days was trying to get ourselves to do contests, dance contests, free to go.
Yeah.
You get your music out there, you get the chance to play and practice and have experience on live stage. You know, all of that. It wasn't more to win the contest. Well, if you win, you get some prizes, but it's more the chance to play.
Yeah,
you know?
I feel you.
So we were doing a lot of that. One of these, actually, we went through the finals, and
good work.
Yeah, no, that was a good one. We won. By the way, yes, we won. It was fun, but we had this crazy idea on stage. We had these 2 balloons. Very simple, just 2 balloons.
Yeah.
One on the side, one on the other. And they had the alien face.
Oh, the alien head. Yeah.
So really, really simple.
Yeah.
There was nothing more than that.
Yeah.
But what I did, because I was the one singing with the girl, the one with the blonde one. You see the video with her? So
iconic video.
Yeah. Oh man.
Iconic.
But anyway.
Yeah.
She said, but I used to do all the talking with the crowd. So.
Okay.
And since it was like a contest, like it was the final, so we wanted to like
hype them all up.
Want to make it so the idea we had, like we introduced these 2 balloons, which we introduced them with names. Let's go. Which was Willie and Bob. Willie and Bob, they come from the Men in Black. They're the one of the 2 little ones, you know, the little annoying ones.
Yeah.
One was Willie and one was Bob. So we introduced them, and
so
like the show started. I told about the show. Hi guys, welcome us with blah blah blah. Thank you, blah blah blah. All this and that. And we have friends, our close friends, coming from outer space. They want to participate. So introduce them to Willie and Bob, and then when the show finished, I cut the 2 balloons and say, "Everybody, just say goodbye to Willie and Bob." They went up in the sky. Anyway, we won the contest.
There you go. William Bob, they did it.
Dude.
It was their appearance and their presence.
Music is important, but you got to do a show as
well. No. That is showman, bro. You guys, oh my God.
So yeah, we did that. It was fun. But one of the last show we did, actually, it was my last gig before coming here to Australia. So it was kind of like the end of an era.
Wow.
So
is that why the band...
Yeah, they split up. Well, they couldn't do anything without me. Like it was like we were just too much. Every element was important, and it could have not been replaced. Anyone, because not only like you could replace the bass player, which was not a professional bass player, but he was a friend. We wouldn't have the same impact,
the same effect. Yeah, the same.
One would be gone. We would already knew about that, but I'm still on WhatsApp group with the same band that we started when we started the band, and it's still there, and we're still talking to each other.
That's beautiful.
You know? That's what we did.
That's awesome. Yeah.
But anyway, so we had this in our town where I grew up, and not where I was born, the one where I grew up afterwards after London. Yeah. So we had this club, which was one of the most popular clubs. They used to play only rock and metal, but they were really popular because they would a lot of like big names would have live shows there. Really popular for live shows. It was a venue. And those are the clubs that we would go there every Friday, and it was just pure seeing other friends that they like the same place.
Yeah.
It was an iconic place for us because it would always be there, and we would, since we started playing with this band, we've always thought we gotta go and play there. We gotta do our best to go and play there. It's like someone that says here that I want to go at Emerald Theatre. I have to go at Emerald Theatre. It's like one of those places that you really want to go and you try your best to get there. And we didn't have the chance to get there. We've been promised a lot of times.
Oh really?
We had like already almost a gig there, but then it's got cancelled and stuff. So what happened? And this was like, I think like, I don't know what we did right in our life, but that place was shutting down. So they were done. The owner said we were changing. They wanted to sell. That's it.
Yeah.
It happens. So, and it was like closing, the closing night. they finally got us to play at the closing night of our favorite club that we've been there, growing up, having the best experiences, the teenage experience, your first kiss, your first join, your first everything, that happens.
Wow, full circle.
First circle, 3,000 people were there just because it was closing night, and we were the headband, not even like opening anyone.
Wow.
We were just like the main attraction.
Wow.
So when we got the news, we were just like, we were already shitting up.
Yeah.
We were literally saying, dude, guys, what are we going to do? Like, this is like, we got to come out with something. So the bass player, which was the bass player on the other band as well, he was with the dirt bike. So I got him to play for both. So that's why everyone was connected. Yeah, and we were all by the two bands connected to each other, friends.
Yeah.
So it couldn't go wrong.
Yeah.
Even if you had shitty gigs, it'd still be good because you had your friends.
The company, yeah.
So, and he had the mask in the other band, but we got him to got a mask on this band as well. And he had like one of those gas masks, but not full, just half.
Just those, yeah.
And it had like blue,
the big
LEDs and
Oh wow!
They would go like shh.
Whoa!
That was acting.
Whoa!
It was so, but he only used it a little bit because he said he couldn't breathe in it. So poor bloke, I get it.
This guy, you guys make him do all these stunts, bro.
Yeah,
putting his life in danger.
And even the bunny mask, he said he could have breathed more because the mouth was pretty big, but at one he couldn't take it off because he was the rabbit.
What a soldier!
He was the mascot of the band. He had to play the whole gigs with the mask.
Oh boy!
And we had to give him the strap, the bass strap.
Yeah.
For the Pink Rabbit Fever was pink because we all had pink ties.
Oh really?
We had uniform. We had the black shirt.
Yeah.
And pink ties. Of course, it was Pink Rabbit Fever.
Makes sense.
The pink, we don't know how come it came out.
I don't know what the pink is. I get the Black Rabbit, guys. Imagine one bouncing out
pink,
there.
We're still trying to figure out who came out with the pink. I don't know why. Anyway, with the other band, he had the green, bright green strap.
Alien type.
The whole logo was green and stuff. So we really took attention to details.
I could tell. Yeah.
On that. But we decided that because we had an agency at the time, a guy that we fought with many times, a dickhead, but he did put a little bit of money and he did help us out on finding, we actually got flamethrowers for the stage. We got them.
Wow.
Yes, that was so we got them.
Bro, this is a full concert
Yeah, and we got ourselves a really good smoke machine as well, a strobo. We had everything. We literally had everything. But the thing is, we were, like I said, just on the news, we were shitting ourselves.
Yeah, I could imagine.
Bro, this is that place. This is, where we are, right? We were on the other side, doing who knows what, just being hyped for the next song that came out or listening to the band. Now we are
gonna be that.
What the fuck? So. We had an intro. We had an intro where we had the DJ, the bass player, and the guitar player. So the bass player was behind one of the flames, and the guitar player was behind the other flame.
Yeah.
And they started the intro, and then me and the other singer, we were at the back, and we were gonna have to, introduce, come out in the middle of the intro and face the crowd.
Yeah, you're the first to.
I told you how many experiences I have on live stage, and I'm always I always have that little bit of fear, because you gotta have that.
Have to. It's
every
part of it.
time. If you don't have it, you're not putting everything in there. You gotta have that that fear, that feeling in your guts. That.
Yeah.
Now I always had that, and I was okay with it.
Yeah.
This time it was something totally different.
A whole different type of.
Okay, so the guitar player, before he stepped in it, he had to go and puke. He was so
that freak?
shitting himself that he had to go outside. He said, "Hey, where's Pooty?"
Yeah. He went.
And he said, "Guys, I just threw out my life at the back alley."
Damn.
He was that freaked out. And he had to go there before us. But they started, with the lights off.
Yeah.
And, they were the bands. And no one actually, when the band starts, there was, okay, but then they're waiting for the, the main attraction, right? The singer.
Yeah.
So they were they were there in front of everyone, but I'm saying that 3,000 people is the max I went for a concert.
That's a lot, bro. But that's a lot. I'd be proud. That's a lot.
But yeah, so
Yeah.
so they went. They started,
Yeah.
and we were at the back, dude. Me and her, we were
You
looking
giving
at
each other pep
saying,
talks, or
I'm not going. No. I'm bailing you
I thought
guys.
you giving pep talks.
Bro.
Yeah.
I was shaking. We saw our hands together. And we were
Yeah.
like,
Wow.
and I had a peek, like, and
Yeah,
while they
just a
were
quick
the intro
little-
was going, I was shitting myself.
Yeah.
As soon as I went
Stepped
first,
out, yeah.
because she just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Because the idea was for her to go first, because she would have like gave the first impact, and then I would start the song, because we planned that I would come in literally at the beginning of the rap.
As soon as it hits, yeah. Wow.
So she was supposed to go in first, but she just couldn't do it. So I said, okay, I'll do it. I just went in. As soon as I saw the crowd, the big crowd, everything just went. Everything just went. All my fears, all my I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it.
I know what you're
It was
saying.
just
I know what you're saying.
The most intense feeling, it just went.
Released.
Yeah. You know when you just like, pass an exam and you go, oh,
Bro.
fuck.
Times a billion.
And from there on, the best concert we ever had. So much fun.
Just the flow, just the yeah.
It was just, and then I started realizing where I was.
Yeah, that's the best
the
moment.
same stage that all my favorite bands that I came to see there.
Wow.
It was just like, oh God.
That's beautiful,
Thank
bro.
you.
Yeah.
I was just thanking nature and life.
Yeah, just infinite gratitude. That's deep, though. I know what you mean. That when it releases, and then like you get to that moment where like everything is gone, and you're actually in the moment, and you're like, wow, I'm here, and you're really appreciating it for what it is. 3,000. Come on, man. Props. Wow, dude, that is.
It was fun. It was one of my favorite. Literally, man.
That's one in the history books.
Oh yeah. Even if I do something even bigger, I will never know. Right?
No, because it's written enough. It couldn't be written as good as that. Do you know what I mean? Like,
no, it was the first. It's like your first love, right? You can have a more stronger love, but the first love will never be beaten
different.
because it's the first time you have that feeling.
It's a different. Yeah.
So you get this like, you can do something better, but it will never be at that same level.
It's its own thing. It's its own.
So yeah, I consider myself lucky that I have that.
Yeah, no, that's beautiful, that memory, bro. I love it. I love how it's full circle moment as well. Do you know what I mean? That's man. Thanks for the story time, but we got to get into the EP. That's what I want to get to.
Okay,
just do a quick jump. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I want to talk about it. I want to talk about where I know you basically finished everything you can control so far, bro. The inspiration behind it, the name. Do you know what I mean? The flavors, because there's a lot of flavors in it.
It is.
Because I've been blessed enough to hear some.
Okay.
By the way, thank you. I've been blessed enough to hear some,
And I am actually you heard pretty much everything.
Yeah.
But you haven't heard everything completely yet.
Yeah.
And actually now I've decided that I'm gonna place it around to people. I say, just wait for the thing to finish, because I want it to be a surprise.
Yeah.
But anyway, Reborn. So Reborn is it has a lot of meaning for me, because at one point I decided when I came here that that's it. I've done with that last concert. It's not a big jump. Actually, it is connected, bro. Because like that was my last thing that I said. Okay, that's it. I've done my part.
Deep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've said, okay, now I want to dedicate myself to production and more onto like the business side of things. Like make my own things, my studio, start mixing,
start a family.
Exactly. Start a family. So I need something a bit more laid down. That gives me like, I can't do this the live life.
Could be getting on
too
bikes.
Much. Exactly. Exactly. So and then I started working with you. And it's your fault. Well, not your fault. It's
part of the.
I'm actually it's because of you that there is this EP coming, bro. No, you just gave me like the idea behind the Reborn was that I have a lot of tracks that I did solo back in the days.
Yeah.
That I didn't give justice to. They're there. There is so much meaning into it.
They're powerful.
You heard the one in Italian. with translation, so that is for me a powerful, really, really powerful meaning, and I wanted to give it justice. And I want it to be collaborative as well, because I've seen you, actually you and Izzy got me and said, I miss doing featurings. I miss collaborating
the collaborations,
with people. So I wanted to make this EP like that. A collaborative trip in the past, but updated.
Yeah, but present. I know what you mean.
You know?
Full circle kind of type thing again. Yeah,
exactly. And so that's the meaning behind Reborn. So it's I've got a lot of lyrics that are coming from the past that are rearranged.
Yeah.
And
you're rebirthing them.
Exactly.
Deep.
Woo! Even Warrior, that's that part. It's coming from another part of my Italian
I'm
song.
a warrior. Really?
No, the part in Italian.
Oh.
So everything that I'm doing in Italian, it's coming from the past. Everything that is in English it's now present. So it's just like, that's the idea behind the songs that I'm doing.
That's dope.
And that's the thing, like, okay, wait a second. Now there is Italian. There is a lot of the time there is English. Not many people will understand that. I don't give a fuck, because this is my thing.
You. Yeah.
And I've always think of music, if you want to make music, if you're just making music for someone else, it's never going to be pure, authentic, unique. You got to make it for yourself. And if that person doesn't like it, doesn't matter, because someone will. If it's not that person, someone will. So don't try and just make music for someone else. If someone comes to me and says, oh, I need a beat, or I need to put this background music to something, I want to know what's it for. I want to know the real reason behind it first, because I want to put myself in that, even if it's just for someone else, or for you gotta make music for yourself first. You gotta like it yourself. It's like, even with you,
I love that, bro.
I never told you anything about your lyrics.
True.
Because your lyrics, and you gotta like them. If you put, like, I can give you some directions. I can give you some direction. I can give you some, like, advice. This word will be better, like, on a chorus or something, like, you know. But it has to come. You have to like it, because if you do something that you don't like, dude.
Yeah.
It's like I was saying to my friend the other day. I told him, I said, look, we were talking about jobs, just jobs, right? And I say, if I had my own studio, right?
Yeah.
And I start my business, and a kid comes and say, I want to work here, and says, and I go by the base of philosophy of all companies and business economy, how the world goes. Say, you got no experience, I can't bring you on board. I need experience. Okay, so this happens a lot. If you don't have experience, you can't find a job. And sometimes I think
that always
the system is wrong. It's fucking wrong. How can I start a career there?
How am I going to get experience?
What happens if you do this? What happens that you are literally cutting off everybody's dreams. Because if this kid came to me, right? Knowing that he wants to try and work in a music studio.
Yeah.
And I say, I'm sorry, I need experience. He's going to be upset. He's going to be down. He's not going to look for a job where probably this is what he wanted to do. Whether if I take him in, even if he doesn't have experience, first of all, he'll be more productive because it's something that he chose to do. Second, I am helping another human being to grow. And third, it's just good because it's someone else more in music. This is in my face. But anyway, this is so important.
I like how you broke it down.
If you choose what you want to do,
you're more productive.
You're going to be more productive because you're following your instinct. If you get the door closed there, and you only find one place that opens your door and something that you are forced to do and you don't want to do it, how much production can you make out of that? Nothing.
Exactly.
You're not going to be productive. This is the society. The system is wrong.
Yeah. No, you're right. I agree.
But this is why I'm saying, if you make music, you got to make it for yourself first, because you gotta love it. So then if whoever listens to that and likes it, that means he's the right one. He's your listener.
Yes.
You know. So this album is about that as well. So it's all coming from me. I love what I made, and I want to give it justice. So that's why I want to put the air and the fact that I had English, Italian. Okay, I'm on the right page. let's make it a thing. Let's make it a thing. Let's do every song has a little bit of this and that, you know. And so I said, well, now there is Eve, which she's Indonesian. I said, let's get some Indonesian there as well.
More flavor.
More multilingual, multi-language scenario.
Bro, I love it.
Walk in the past.
Yeah.
Present sounds. Good people. It's just, and you're in two of them.
So many. I'm blessed enough to be on two of them, and they are nice. Ooh, I can't wait. I ain't gonna say too much because this is, But
yeah, I can't wait to finish it because.
Bro, same.
And it's got collaboration not only from here but from Italy as well, because I got my best mate, the one with the pink rabbit fever. He's the pink rabbit.
has made a return.
He's
on the rebirth.
Yeah, I've made a song with him, which is always one of my old songs remade on a total different style.
Yeah.
But he's
beautiful,
and
man.
he loves that song as well because we grew up together, so he knows how deep
it goes.
Some songs goes, and he understands as well.
He can bring that feeling up.
So all I've said now, even if he said we jumped from one thing to another, it's actually all connected.
It's all connected. It is. Well, at the end of the day, it's all connected.
I try to keep it real. Try to keep it all coming from the same place. I do my life has been full of changes, man. You heard from Italy to America to London, from a kind of broken family, but here and moving here and there, coming to Sydney, like so many changes. But I always try to keep, music-wise especially, I always try to keep it real, together. I want it to be all connected.
And you've done it, bro. You have. I can't wait for it to drop. I can't wait till I give you all my verses that I still got.
Well,
I got homework. Everyone's got homework on the track.
All my parts are done. I'm literally waiting. Please,
can you motherfuckers hurry up? So you don't have a release date because of that?
No, I have no. I don't want to push it.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I don't like. My first idea wasn't even to release it. Then I said, wait, this is let's make it a good thing.
Yeah,
let's release it. Let's try and see. I try to get to some people it's good for me. Like I said before, it's something that I like, whether it goes or not.
Hey, bro,
it's mostly for me, mostly for me. But there are some messages that I want out there.
Beautiful messages,
because
bro.
they're part of me, and music is all about that. Every musician, it's literally sending messages. 100%. Music is a message.
It's a message. Message in the music. I always hashtag that because it is.
It is, man. It's and especially if you do hip hop, you have more space to send messages.
Literally, because you got more words. You got more shit to say. Bro, that's a fact.
But so that's my EP. Hopefully, finish soon. I'm so keen to finish this. But
It'll get there, bro. I'm gonna make sure I beat everyone to the punch with the homework.
You'll probably be the first one.
I gotta make sure that.
Knowing my friend, like I said, he's chronic depression.
Yeah, he's got a lot to.
He's got good periods. He's got bad periods. But he'll do it. He'll do it.
But it's gonna be out, and it's gonna be amazing.
It will.
And I've even seen a bit. Well, I don't know if that will be the cover or the back cover, but
I'm working on it.
From what I see,
I put Eve's names wrong, so she already told me. That's already something to fix.
No, but from what I see as a reference point, blueprint, visually, because it needs to do it justice. Do you know what I mean?
No,
like you said,
I wanted to do it simple. I want it really simple, and it's not complex. And I don't know. And I like to make everything at home.
Yeah.
So, and I want it to come everything from me.
From you. You can tell though with the whole project.
I don't want it's not something that I'm trying to sell mainstream. It's something that I just want to be out there.
Yeah.
And for people that wants to have a listen, there you go. It's there. It's.
Hey, bro, it's there, and it's got all flavors for you. I'm gonna just say that. That's all I'm gonna give away.
I can't wait to hear it myself. To be honest,
the full once it's all. I can't wait to hear it from top to bottom. Do you know what I mean? And I'm gonna be interested in how you place the tracks. I'm very curious in that.
The list that I have on the back cover, it's not
set in stone
official because I need to hear it.
I thought so. Yeah, but I was
like you did with the album. I told you, listen everything, see that they connected.
What fits to
So
I can't
that's an
wait to
important
see that.
I know only which one will be the first one. I know only which one
It'll
will
be the last.
one.
Yeah, I think that's how mine started.
You
as
did.
well.
You said the
yeah,
same
yeah,
thing.
same thing. I knew the first and the last, and then
You had the middle as well. You had Mr. Moods.
yeah,
in the
Mr. Moods. Yeah, I had so the structure was there just to fill in the blanks. Whoo! I'm excited, bro. I
too.
can't wait. It's gonna be. Yeah, don't worry. I'll get.
I want to do it.
You want to get it out there,
Okay.
bro. But it's beautiful. Like, I love how you said that. How you're putting, all parts of yourself and of your journey into this. Do you know what I mean? I think it's like, and like you said, the more authentic. Do you know what I mean? The more yourself, the more you love it, the more the people that love you are gonna love it. You know what I mean? It'll resonate. Like, bro, I can't wait. I got.
The song. One of the song is for my little one.
I know. I was.
And I sent it to I made one that I had a band with, the band before here in Sydney, the one with that I showed you the video of. He's the drummer. He's such a nice guy, bro. This dude
legend.
is a top bloke.
Yeah.
Anyway, I showed him the song. He literally told me. He said, "I shed some tears, bro. It's beautiful."
Same, bro.
This is the emotions I want to send out. That's why I'm keen to get it out there, because it means so much to me,
bro. 100%. Whoa, sorry, bro. That whole thing just turned off. Anyway, we're all good. Yeah, no, I feel you, because you know what? When I heard it, same thing. I wanted to have a kid after I heard it. I was like, I'm ready. Let's go.
The songs that talk about your loved ones in any artist, especially in hip hop, they always turn out to be the best songs.
Bro, it was so beautiful, bro. Like the way you made like fatherhood. Do you know what I mean? Like you made it so like and like showing that side of like being a father. Like, and if I was like, your daughter, when I hear it when I'm older, oh my god, that's
it's
the
there
anthem
for her,
bro.
I can't wait for her to see it, but I have to wait for her to grow up, which I don't want her to, because I don't want her to grow up.
There you go, but the sour and sweet, because when she does grow up and you don't want it to happen, at least she'll get those lyrics. You know what I mean? And they'll be there forever, bro. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I remember when I heard it, I'm like, will you release this? Remember I asked you, I'm like, would you release this, bro? You're like, oh, it's for me.
You convinced me.
And I'm just like, I don't know, man. That's like, I've never heard a rap song like that either.
That's good.
I've actually never heard one like that for like, a father-daughter love. Do you know what I mean? Never.
There's other track. There's Will Smith with his son. Just the two of us.
Oh, true.
That's a really nice one.
That is a nice one. Yeah, that's true.
Such a good song.
It's been a while though of that type of. From what I've heard. But
no, that's old school.
Yeah, the old
messages.
school.
Now the messages nowadays,
Yeah, they're a bit tainted. They're a bit. I feel you.
That's
it's
alright.
It's alright. We got the conscious side still going good, going strong. We out here. No,
the important thing is that you are yourself. Everybody should just start to not follow stereotypes.
No, 100%.
Try to be more themselves.
I love that, bro. Well, yeah. You know what? What would you leave the family on? Like, is there like there was some nice final words, to be honest. But is there anything else, like something you want to say, or get off your chest as a last little, just like something for everyone to remember or to take with them through life, or into their music endeavors. You know what I mean?
Well,
from someone like you experienced.
I learned one thing. Is respect. But this to everything. So if you respect someone in every way, music-wise, religions-wise, I don't believe. I'm not a believer. Like, I'm sorry, I believe. I just don't believe
in those. Yeah.
In any. I have my own gods.
Yeah. I feel you.
But I am not going to force you to say, no, this is wrong what you do. Right? I respect your belief. You respect my belief. This will heal the world, basically.
No, that's deep.
But in this goes to music as well.
Yeah, transcends music.
I think that people should just open their minds a bit more and listen to. It's like when you I would never judge someone don't judge someone by the book. But even more in detail, you need to give that person a certain amount of time because everyone has a story. Every human being has a story. Yeah. And you don't know what that story is. So if you listen to music, to the voices, to people,
it's deep.
And then you elaborate, then you're gonna have a more peaceful life on earth.
The lion. I was like, bro, dropping gems, man. That was a beautiful one to like. Ooh, bro.
That's how I live my life.
Man.
I live by respecting other ones.
Yeah.
And of course, I treat them the same way they treat me.
Bro, I know that
And I
because
always try to give a second chance to people as well. I think that's very important because, like I said, it is you don't know what the backstory is.
that's a fact, bro. That's deep. That's something that like the world needs, to be honest, bro. Aslan, this is my brother right here, man. Aslan has done so much for me. It's ridiculous, bro. Like I wouldn't even be making music if it wasn't for this guy. I think I've told the story many times, but I said it at the launch. But I should say it here on this podcast because this is gonna be set in stone, even though you're gonna come back. But like before I even believed I could rap, I used to work with Aslan. He used to always tell me like, bro, you got like a nice voice. You should, try rapping, because we'd always talk about hip hop, Wu-Tang, everything. That's what connected us actually. And we were bar porters obviously, but like hip hop, the culture, that's how we were bonding. And then
music wise, exactly like that's how we would.
Exactly, it was the same. I see Aslan on the board, I'm like, yes. Hip Hop 101, let's go. And we just knew all conspiracy theories, or just like, it'd just be a vibe on the same wavelength, on the same level. And then he invited me over to his place. He's like, let me show you a few things, see if you get inspired, but there was no pressure. He was very like, just have a look. Do you know what I mean? And then we'll play basketball. Brought my ball, brought my shoes. And I'm just like, yeah, okay, fine. I was like, I'll come look and see and he was showing me stuff. And I wasn't soaking it in fully, but I was watching. And when I was just like, but I wasn't ready. Do you know what I mean? I wasn't ready. And I'm like, but I was ready to go play ball. I'm like, hey, bro, you want to ball now? But the deep thing was, a few years later, I always get messed up, me with the years and the days and the times. I don't know how long later it was. 3? Maybe?
About a year and a half, I think.
A year and a half, you reckon? Okay. That's how long it took for the seed to just... And then I hit Aslan up. I'm like, Aslan, I'm ready. It's time. I think I can do this. I'm like, I need your help, first of all.
Now, what clicked was I hit you up because I saw you had a performance at just one song, and I saw you on Facebook. I saw the video. I said, dude, see, I told you.
Yeah,
you got it.
Yeah, that was the Harmony Day, yes. The outdoor. Yeah, that was my first performance.
And from there on, I said, I'm gonna motivate you. I'll try and do my best.
And you did. You sent me some tracks.
You got potential.
I appreciate that, bro. Potential. No, I appreciate that. But if it wasn't for Aslan, I literally say this all the time. It's like I'm in Narnia right now, and Aslan is the lion, and he's guiding me through Narnia and helping me out in every way he can with all his wisdom. As you just heard, my guy, bro. I appreciate you so much, bro, and thank you for coming on the podcast. I want you back real soon. I think we have you back when it drops. Because it probably makes sense, you know what I mean? And then you can get into, because I reckon there's definitely more stuff on that list that you haven't hit.
Yeah,
come on, surely there is.
Of course there is. I've got many.
I want some more pink. I want some more pink rabbit stories.
Oh, I've got some.
Like, I feel like that'd be hilarious, bro.
Pink Rabbit Fever, they're a big part of my life.
I appreciate you opening up, man, and telling the family and myself all these stories. Do you know what I mean? And dropping these dimes and gems and just little messages that I reckon can help anyone. Do you know what I mean? Like you said, and if you're an artist, it can transcend to music, which is just beautiful. But my brother, Aslan, the lion, appreciate you, bro. I will see you soon. Obviously, you're going to come back here.
Oh, absolutely.
And me and Aslan are going to be making more magic for many, many more years to come. And definitely check out the new EP. But we'll get to that because you're going to come in. But
when I drop it,
When you drop it. But leave the family with where they can find you, like on Facebook, probably. Facebook, you got BeatStars.
No, but that's my production.
Okay,
that's I actually changed platform anyway now.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, that's right. Are there any links or anything you want to give people to find you or follow you?
No, just I just got my Facebook actually. Yep. I'm actually not much on social media. See,
I know you.
Every other every other artist.
Yeah.
So good at making music.
Yeah.
But promoting themselves, I am very bad.
Hey, bro, I'm up there with you.
I know, like, bro, it's so hard.
I am
like,
up there
it's,
with you,
it's,
bro.
I can't, because that's why there's people dedicated to their job.
Yeah.
You focus on your music,
And then they focus
Yeah,
on
they
that.
focus
Yeah,
on that.
because the juggle both.
but yeah, Facebook will be
Facebook.
but Spotify, when it comes out, is Spotify.
Yeah, facts.
Spotify, I'll put it on all the
Yeah.
platforms. Same one as yours.
Yeah.
So it'll go everywhere. So
Bet.
yeah.
I'll put up Aslan Sepe on. I'll put up the link. Yep. All right, bro. All right. Maybe you should make an IG soon. I think. Oh, you have one, but it's yeah. But we'll get you to make. You're gonna need one for the EP.
I should.
Reborn. I think so, bro.
I should.
Because
But
just to give it a, you know what I mean?
I know.
Even make a page just called.
Reborn.
Why not?
Hey, why not?
Hey, it's
I'm
done
gonna
now.
do-
Yeah, no, and you said on the podcast, so it's locked in.
Okay.
It's set in stone. It's
Hey,
going up.
okay.
Because I'm gonna put the.
It's a promise.
I'll put the IG up when it's out, so I'll be like at Reborn
Okay.
Instagram. Woo! Let's go.
I'll do it.
My guy, bro. Azam, my brother. Thank you once again. This is
Thank
another
you.
episode of the Midnight Moods podcast. I'm Coco the Conscious, aka Mr. Moods.
Mr. Mood.
Let's go. We'll see you soon, family. Peace. Mr. Mood, set the mood, makes you